Daily go get 'em. Daily go daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. You know what? Let me do it. Forget it. It just, you know. Daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. What we gonna do with 'em? Daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. Yo, what we gonna do with 'em? Go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. What we gonna do with 'em? Daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em is some show. You thinking, yeah, tonight. Yeah. I guess I'm more on one point than I thought I was. So, they've been booing y'all POTUS. Do you care? Is it symbolic of something that's going on? Is it symbolic of something deeper that's going on? Do you know? Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. Let it ring, y'all. Tuesday. Y'all only got 3 days left. Don't hurt nothing, especially yourself. I'm here to help you. If I can't, I'll steer you in the direction that somebody can. I said, Sun 7, Mac 11, Tevin Campbell said, can we talk? Said, Sun 7, Mac 11, Tevin Campbell. I said, can we talk for? Yo. This how we keep it going. Yeah, oracle structure, all knowing, all seeing, fly ass human being. We gonna get to the bag for real. We in that mode, yeah, that zone. Yo, leave the God alone. If you really can't get into the things that I'm saying, well then it's time for you to get on your knees and start praying. And that's nothing really gonna happen to you, but I ain't gonna do nothing to you for real. Yeah, I'm the 1751. Add on another one, get the 2, huh? Yeah, that's how it go. I'm rolling like I prove and show. And every day I get on the MIC. Just do what I came to DOE. Yeah, just keep on rocking. Bridge keep rocking, bridge keep rocking. keep rocking. The kids keep rocking. All right, Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily. It's the daily go-get-mism show. You think it ain't when it is. You think it won't when it whiz. We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing. Taking off fast lane, no coasting. And everything is gonna be all right. We're talking about Donald Trump getting booed. As y'all may know by now, last night at the New York Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs game 3 of the season, of the series, of the championship series, in which the Knicks were winning 2-0. Now they dropped last game, and now the series is it's not tied. It's 2-1. The Knicks. But it was looking like the Knicks was just going to go ahead and make it 3-0 and possibly sweep the San Antonio Spurs. But as our president does, besides the question that I asked, the poll question I should have asked, does it get on your nerves when Donald Trump, he seems to want to infiltrate everything? As soon as he became president, he likes to go to events to somehow make it about him. And you can't really deny that he makes it about him, but maybe you feel differently. Now, I know that 77 million people that voted for him, you're not going to tell me that 77 million people are disenchanted with him, but I imagine that he has lost a lot of voters that would have voted for him or that voted for him previously and that would vote for him again. And it's crazy that it even matters now because he's supposed to be a lame duck president. But somehow, because we know that he likes to tinker around with election results and he won't accept defeat, somehow we figure that people would vote for him a third time. And there's not supposed to be a possibility of a third time. But do you feel comfortable saying there's no way, he's definitely out of here after this? And it's messed up if you can't actually say that. So it's messed up for me because this slick dude always has something up his sleeves. But I was saying all that to say that, he went to the Super Bowl as soon as he was inaugurated. The Super Bowl was the next month. So whenever the president goes to an event, there has to be extra security because the Secret Service has to make sure that the president is safe and all of that. So it kind of kills the vibe of whatever is going on because it turns everything into a big national security type of thing, where it might have been just something that was relaxed, like you're going to go see a show or you're just going to go see a movie or something like that. Then he announces that he's coming. Oh, guys, now, you got the motorcade and the security clearance and Secret Service everywhere. And we got to make sure that the president is safe. Nobody gives a shit about the safety of American citizens, nameless American citizens, but we have to make sure that the president is safe at all times. So whatever, if there's any type of relaxed atmosphere where people can be trusted to just treat each other decently, when the president comes to that event, it's going to kill the whole vibe. It is. He's a polarizing figure. Some people love him. A lot of people hate him. It's not a black or white thing. I believe that more white people dislike him than black people. I know for a fact that more white people voted for him than black people did. And a lot of people are very unhappy with his presidential performance thus far. Will he right the ship? He's not really good at that. Just being honest. He's not really good at righting the ship. But everywhere he's been going, around the world, he has been meeting boos. He's been getting booed. New York is his hometown. He grew up in Queens, New York. Of course, the a very good, I don't want to say a good part of Queens, but he grew up in a affluent neighborhood in Queens, without a doubt. But New York City is his home. And he's built a lot of buildings, edificios in New York. So you would think that Trump Tower is still in New York. It was one of the tallest buildings there. So you would think that New York would really embrace him, but New York instead really knows Trump, and they don't have a lot of good feelings for him or like the things that he does. At least that's what shows. So him getting booed in his hometown while going to go see the hometown basketball team try to win a championship, and he gets booed. And it was a crazy way that they tried to shelter him from being booed. Like, his team, they know he's going to get booed. The networks know he's going to get booed. So they showed him on the Jumbotron during the national anthem. They figure nobody's going to boo during the national anthem, right? Like, this is America first. They booed during the national anthem. And I mean loud boos. I don't know if y'all got a chance. Okay, let's Google it. Donald Trump getting booed at the Knicks game. So y'all can hear it. Trump getting booed at the Knicks game.
Trump getting booed at the Knicks game.
All I want is the audio. I don't need a backstory. Well, let's try this. You know it's normally quiet when the national anthem plays, right? You hear that? You can barely hear the singer. What a night. Somebody said New York City will get worse after Mondami is done. Mondami is doing some good work in New York. I'm sorry, sir. You're wrong about that. Mondami is very good for New York. Yeah, I guess that we just so used to New York being overpriced and overcrowded and all of that. We just can't imagine it running. And it's also, we're so used to it being so corrupt. We just can't imagine anybody coming through with any progressive ideas to actually give people what they need in New York. I guess if you don't go to New York or if you don't live in New York, you wouldn't understand. But I don't hear any New Yorkers complaining about Mondami. Not right now. They're not complaining worth shit. People outside of New York like, oh my God, socialism. Shit, ain't nothing wrong with socialism. Nothing is wrong with socialism as long as the American corporations are utilizing it, right? I understand. Let me see. Judy Snyder says MAGA is over. 80 million voters strong and growing. MAGA is over 80 million voters strong and growing. He's our president by the grace and mercy of God. Okay. Well, he got 77 million votes. So I don't know if they're 80 million strong. But a lot of people are defecting in MAGA on that, voter-wise, supporter-wise, and of course, many of their top officers. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Thomas Massey. I ain't heard from that senator from Kentucky in a while. What's his name? Damn, what's his name? He was sick. He was sick as shit. Let me see. Trump and PM and not Netanyahu, Bibi Netanyahu. Wait. I pray for divine protection for President Trump and Netanyahu. Oh, you like Netanyahu too? Oh, this is going to be an interesting night tonight. Divine protection. Okay. Wow. You pray for divine protection for Trump and Netanyahu. Do you know them personally? Like, Trump is one thing. I can understand, supporting Donald Trump. I mean, I don't understand it from a logical standpoint, but from an American standpoint, I can understand. But Netanyahu? Bibi Netanyahu? Benjamin Netanyahu? You want divine protection? Well, I guess Satan is divine too, isn't he? Man, a few bold, but most, a few booed. That's what you meant to say. But most showed total respect for our good. No, the fuck they didn't. They booed the shit out of him. And see, we're not gonna do this. You bad as Fox News. No. There was no few booed. A few cheered. Almost everybody booed. Outside of the stadium and inside of the stadium. Why does he have to go to the Knicks game anyway? Stay his bum ass. Listen, take his sleepy ass, his sleeping in cabinet meetings and other meetings ass. Go to Mar-a-Lago and take a nap. He always on vacation anyway. All he likes to do is golf. Take it. I mean, why does he have to go fuck up the whole championship? Like, all that security and all of that shit. New York is already. If you've never been to New York, you can't speak in New York. You can't. If you don't go to New York, you don't understand what traffic is. I don't care where you live in the United States. I don't care if you live in Atlanta. I don't care if you live in LA. No traffic is like New York. It's crazy because they don't have big streets. And, everything is tall. Everything is in the sky. It's a mess. It's too many people. And even though New York is big, it's not big enough to accommodate that many people. LA would be a better place for New York. They should switch. Okay. Let me see. What's up, Melissa? How you feeling, ma? Good to see me some you. I hear a lot of love for him going on. No, you don't. Yeah, stop lying. MAGA is over. I just got back from Williamsburg. People were tripping. Mitch McConnell, thank you. I heard, Mitch was sick as shit. Remember, he used to be on the podium. He would be speaking. He would just be like, they'd be like, Mitch. He'd be like, man, that's what they need to do with Trump. With his little tired ass, he'd be like, I hear you, Mark Rubio. Just keep talking. You too, Pete Hegseth and whoever is they got the nerve to say he's not sleeping, he's blinking. Like, how long is a blink? Like, how long does it take the average person to blink? Blink, blink, blink. Even if a slow blink, like, is this a blink? Only thing you're missing with that motherfucker is a snore. Jeff Sprayberry, what's good? Says, we don't know you personally. We shouldn't pray for you. Man, fuck Trump and Bibi Netanyahu. Fuck no. You know what I mean? No. And at least you interact with me personally. So if you want to pray for me, fine. I didn't ask you to. You know what I'm saying? The fuck out of here. Oh my God, y'all motherfuckers kill me with this bullshit. Oh my God, the glazing. Oh my God. I mean, this motherfucker he can't fuck with y'all enough, huh? He just can't go wrong enough. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do for y'all not to make excuses for him, huh? Well, that's all right, because this Iran war is in full effect. He can't get out of this shit. He don't know what he's doing, and it's showing. So no matter what, it's either sink or swim with this. He can't bomb him to death. That ain't gonna work. He's found out that other cultures believe in more than just force. Like, you can bomb all you want. We'll never surrender. It'd be like that. America is going to learn a valuable lesson with this one. He is definitely stepped in some quicksand and he's sinking fast. But at least that the motherfucker does not know how to govern. He does not know how to govern. So all of those so-called policies that people tried to give him excuses for before, this is ironclad proof. He doesn't know what he's doing as far as governing is concerned. He didn't know what to do as far as being an owner of a casino. He bankrupted all of that shit. And somehow y'all talking about something. I voted for him because of the economy. No, the fuck you didn't, because he doesn't know how to fix that. He has no idea how to fix that. He doesn't even have an interest in that. He said the economy, as long as the stock market is good, he thinks everything else is good. What's the price of gas in your region? The price of gas. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's good? What's good? And my brother Time is in the house. What's good? How you feeling? Zap says this has been planned for over a decade. Which part of it? Which part of it has been planned for over a decade? Which part of it? Which part of it has been planned for over a decade? Let me see. So why do people have to say that they only cheer for the president because of some, have respect for him? Ain't nobody got respect for him. I mean, listen, you know what? You can have respect for the president all you want. Of course, a lot of people there are people who hate him who have respect for the president. But it's hard to respect this man because he's so disrespectful to everybody else. And I don't think that anybody owes him respect. He definitely hasn't done anything to earn respect. He is the most corrupt, the most disrespectful, messy president I've ever seen in my life. Zap says, I have no respect for any president. Nah, okay. That's on you. $6.09. Yeah, you live in California. God damn. Y'all gas is always ridiculously high anyway. I don't understand that. But yeah, 609. And that's for regular. Please don't tell me that's for regular gas, but I know it is. I know you're not talking about premium. I know you're not talking about premium. So if you do not like the president, leave the United States. No. How about that? How about if you like the president, you should leave the fucking United States? And how about you learn how to spell leave? How about that? It's Leave. You just said, if you don't like the president, led the United States, you dumbass. He's so dumb, so dumb. I bet you think this show is about you. Yo, Arthur is a dummy. I said Arthur is a dummy. I said Arthur is a dummy. He can't spell leave. Now, there's a good chance that he was using voice to text, but it didn't work out. So next. Yo, you came to the wrong room, kid, because I can spell my ass off. Yeah, and I'm doomed with this kind of bullshit that you're talking. If you got a lot of bullshit to say, keep it walking. Yo, take it up to the streets like we used to say. And I ain't trying to hear it anyway. I said, because Arthur is a dummy and he came on through. And ain't nobody trying to hear what you got to say. Hey, yo, keep it on stepping. Nobody gets you. Let me grab my weapon. No, everything is going to turn out fine, and I'm going to make sure that I always spit mine. So if I have to make up a song on the fly, then I'm going to do that shit. Listen while I get high. And I ain't getting high, I ain't even drinking, but I'm about to give you something to really think about right now. How now, brown cow, dumbass motherfucker can't spell wow. Wow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me get off Arthur for a minute. He don't deserve that much. He don't deserve that much attention. Okay. Yo, that was for 87 gas, 609 for 87. Well, the war is back on. The so-called ceasefire is off. Iran attacked or brought down 2 American helicopters earlier today. And the United States or Israel attacked Iran. Something about their contaminated their water supply. Some shit. It's back on. So they don't know. Listen, when you come to a show to talk shit, you should have your clip full. You should be ready to go. Have your magazine full of bullets. Oil them up so you make sure that they can fire out of the chamber. It's always about the oil. The oil or the money. Because I don't think it's about the oil. I think it's about the money, though. But what we're talking about tonight, and I don't want to stray too far away from this, with Donald Trump getting booed various places in the country to the point where they are trying to plan his route, and they were already shielding him in the media from, being asked any tough questions because, he can't justify the things that he's doing or that he's done. I mean, I don't want to say he's a total fuck up, but he's about as close to it. Like, let's say a total fuck up lived at 1 Main Street. Well, Donald Trump lived at 3 Main Street. So it's like, he's only a breeze away from being a total fuck up, but he doesn't care. As long as billionaires profit from this, and as long as he's lining his pockets, I've never seen this much grifting and inside trade. It's like total corruption. And then for the dummies who support him, like, what are you supporting, dummy? You know what I mean? Did they lower the price of ham? I'm being serious. Like, have they lowered the price of ham? Because I know beef is through the roof. Shout out to Texas. They love beef. What's the beef looking like? Where's the beef? But yeah, with them, the media has tried to shield him from looking publicly unreceived. Or unwell received, I should say. But now it's not working because even other places around the world, he's getting booed. Other countries like Canada, they're refusing to trade with the United States. They're making trade deals with China, and it's nasty right now. It is. It's bad. It's bad. The state of the country is, and I don't normally give a fuck about the country, but this is bad. You know, this is bad. Son, if these brothers and sisters don't know about the Apollo, they're crazy. The Apollo would move their own mama off stage if she stinks. Trump went in there in that arena and got booed and they lost. And they blaming him for them losing. Now, I don't know about all that. Melissa said, and then going to work each day, I feel like I'm a prisoner in my own home. I can't go nowhere because I can't afford to pay the gas prices. At that much per gallon, I wouldn't be going anywhere. Sir Pimpy says, net negative migration. Okay, Zach says, the Dems and Republicans have us fighting each other as part of the plan. Yeah, you're right. That they want exactly the same thing. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they were secretly paying each other. Yeah, they definitely want the same thing, which is money. But how do they go about doing it? One party seems to at least spread the ball around. The other party is like, go get a job, motherfucker. You know, this is the land of milk and honey. You better get out there and hustle, do something. Find a way to get paid. We got negative migration, so we're still supporting Trump. Well, how much money has deportation and no migration put in your pocket? You know, because since Trump said that all of the crime in the United States was being committed by immigrants, and they were driving up the cost of rent and things like that. Well, did your rent go down? Zero crossings at the border, right? Did your rent go down? Did your mortgage go down? How about the cost to build a house? Did that go down? At your job, did you get a raise? Did you get an immigration raise? Like, yo, they got wine in them, you know, had to go back to Mexico, El Salvador, South America. So here's some more money in your check. That damn Chico was in the way. Eduardo was in the way. How much money did it put in your pocket? See, the racism, this is the part where racism gets in the way. Because immigrants not coming into this country, whether legal or illegal, it hasn't done shit for you. Now you stuck here with your own problems without immigrants to even blame. But you'll find a way not to blame Trump for this shit. Boo, 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 boo. That's what he's getting. So I want to know, is MAGA over? For all intents and purposes, is MAGA done? One hand washes the other. Okay. One hand washes the other. I know one thing about politics is all about money. It's not about people. But like I said, at least one party spreads the ball. At least one party says, listen, we ain't going to make you rich, but you'll eat and you'll have a place to live. The other party says, you ain't got no job. That ain't my fault. You can't afford anything. That ain't my fault. Oh, it ain't my fault. Blame Trump for what? I blame Trump for AIDS, herpes, genital warts, which is HPV. I blame Trump for human trafficking. I blame Trump. Definitely, he's all in the Epstein file. So I blame him for all pedophilia, whether he was there or not, whether he knows about it or not. I blame him for all of that shit. As a matter of fact, I think he invented pedophilia. Yeah, I think he invented it. There was no pedophilia before Trump. And I blame him for the fact that since we don't have any pennies anymore, he took away the penny, right? So I blame him for there not being a such thing as penny candy anymore. Trump ended penny candy. I blame him for diabetes. I blame him for sickle cell anemia. I blame him for rickets. I blame him for heart disease, even though he suffers from it himself. I blame him for COPD. I blame him for emphysema. I blame him for cancer. I blame him for not only cancer, I blame him for Capricorn. Because I've lost a lot of people to cancer, but I've lost a lot more people to Capricorn than cancer. Man, once you get Capricorn, it's over. But I blame Trump for that. He was there. You said what files? When he was mentioned in it. Wait. When he was mentioned, it was giving him info. He knew Epstein. Oh yeah. So good old noble Trump. Good old noble Trump was an informant, huh? And that's the reason that he hesitated so much to release the files, the little bit of files that he did release. And that's the reason he doesn't want to release the rest of them, huh? Because he's an informant. He was just doing the Lord's work, huh? Yeah. I got a Brooklyn Bridge for you. I got a Brooklyn Bridge for you. I got a Brooklyn Bridge for you. I'll sell it to you for $50. You give me 50 and you can have the Brooklyn. As a matter of fact, I will show you. I'll sell you the Queens Bridge. Yeah, I get back. I mean, how stupid can you be? And I'm not even calling you stupid, but the American public that believes that Donald Trump was a government informant against Jeff Epstein. Okay, so if that's the case, why is he contemplating pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell? Why did he move her to how is a convicted child predator, convicted pedophile, how are they in a low security prison? Where they do that at? Where? Where is it? Where they do that? When asked, is he going to pardon her? He did not say no. He didn't say no. He said, I have the right to, but he didn't say no. He didn't say no. But somehow y'all must have heard, I don't know what the fuck y'all heard. Where did I read what? Where did I read it? What? Oh, you only look at Fox News. Oh, you only look at Fox News. Oh. Well, let's Google it. Fuck it. Let's Google it. What did Donald Trump say about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell? He said, let's see, President Donald Trump stated that while he is allowed to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, he has not actively considered granting her one, and that no one has approached him to ask for it. You like that answer? While he is allowed to pardon her, He has not actively considered granting her one, and that no one has approached him to ask for it. Does that sound like no to you? Because I'm looking for the word no. He damn near said yes. Well, nobody asked me, and I am allowed to grant her a pardon. No, he didn't say yes, but his answer is closer to yes than it is no. The answer should be an unequivocal no. Fuck no. That's what he should say. He curse any other time. He should be like, fuck no. What? If he was a government informant, why wouldn't he just straight up and down say no? Oh, because he is. Oh, why did I say in the beginning that he was going to? Because he is. He's not going to do it while he's in office. But trust and believe she's getting a pardon at the end of his term. Why do you think she got moved to a low security prison? The fix is in. He sent Todd Blanche over to her. They won't release the transcripts of what was said. It's purely evidence tampering. Purely. If any other president would have done that shit, they would be impeached as fuck. And y'all would be crying for it. Oh my God. Oh my God. He has to go. You highly doubt that? Well, then you're a fool, sir. No offense, but you're a fool. You highly doubt that. He's been selling pardons. 1 million a pardon. Why do you think he's been pardoning motherfuckers? You know, he hasn't pardoned anybody. This motherfucker. Oh, how about this one? Here's something to boo. You agree with the J6ers getting that reparations money? You agree with that? Because Donald Trump sure does. He agrees with that. Oh, they were treated so bad. And they only pled guilty to avoid even tougher sentences, longer sentences. Yeah, that's how a plea deal works. That's how plea deals work. Welcome to the American justice system, Donald. But what's his name? North Broom? You agree? Should the J6ers get reparations? Millions of dollars. They should get it. They should get paid, right? Did you agree with him, with Trump pardoning all of them on his first day of office? Don't. Cat got your tongue? Are you still here? Oh, maybe he left. Maybe he's gone. You go bye-bye? You go bye-bye? He might go bye-bye. He might go bye-bye. Carla said 34 felonies. Really? And he still can vote? Only in America. Fuck whether he can vote. This motherfucker you can have 34 convicted felony accounts and run for president? That's where the Democrats really fucked up. They should have shut this down. They should have shut that shit down. They should have made it so he could never run again. But that's why I understand partially when people say it's rigged, or they all on the same side. Because why wouldn't they do that? It's like they got Florida Evans for Congress, for the House and Senate. Like, my brother, my mellow, my man. Why don't you get on the mic and won't you take it to stand? What's good?
What's going on, man? I'm going to get on the mic and go.
I think the last part, I think that's where they got the inspiration for the Law and Order, music. You hear it?
You can't even have sex doing Law and Order. So your stroke off. You be in that mid-stroke, you go, doo-doo.
I think that's where they got the inspiration, man. I think that's where they got it.
Yeah, man. What's going on, everybody? What's going on to my brother from another mother, a fell behind father, and the rest of the family, son, 7, Omar with the...
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Man, my cat daddy, home skillet. Give me 5 on the side that's brown, and you better not frown and lay your head down. Oh, yeah, I'm a 70s baby. You know that.
Absolutely. Gen X all day. But yeah, man.
Yeah. I think you know I'm gonna call it when we talking about this bastard. The bastard with a hard B. Bastard.
Bastard.
Hard.
Bastardio. Bastardio.
Oh my God, boy. The Bulls don't mean shit. The Bulls don't mean shit. You know, we can boo. You know what I mean? The same ones that booed them now, they booed them in 2020, and then they voted for him again.
I don't think they booed. They didn't. He never got booed like this before. Like in 2020, he still had a lot of people on his side. You know what I mean? There was still a lot of hope. In 2020, in 2026, like I've never seen him. Like people used to act like they were scared of him, and the media, the right wing media, the Fox News and Newsmax and places like that, they did a lot of things to shield him from like protesters and people who would really express how they felt negatively about him. They're not able to do that now. They're just not able to do it. You know what I mean? It's almost like they have to handpick audiences for him to speak in front of, because it's just not gonna. It's not gonna be a smooth speech or appearance. But I don't think he worries too much about his popularity right now, because just like he said, he said it was mostly applause and all of that. So he doesn't hear. Well, he's always going to declare himself the winner. He's never going to admit that things didn't go right for him. But there's no denying it now. Internationally, wherever he goes, he's getting the boo birds. So that's just something they got to deal with. It's something he has to deal with, and it's something they have to deal with. But I'm wondering, is this symbolic of the end of MAGA?
Well, I mean, we always wonder if Darth Vader was going. He might have been going, but the Death Star and everything still stayed the same. I mean, we always wondered if the Joker was going, but every time you see another Batman, the Joker pops his head out. We never know when it's over. I mean, it takes me out because everything this man's been done, and it just like we was talking earlier, son. Because yes, me and son do talk, about current events, and I want you to read something which Tom said about the phone call last night, man. Tom is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
but he finds a way to do a funky dope maneuver out of things. He don't let up. And the Democrats, anybody that goes to court and they lie in front of the judge, they're held in contempt. They'd have been in front of Congress. They took an oath. They put their right hand up. I solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. And then when they dissect and they find out they lied, they don't lock them up. But us, we get locked up. We get locked up for some of the bullshit and that stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
They've been finding ways to depose people in front of Congress without taking the oath. Like Pam Bondi wasn't under oath. Harold Lutnick was not under oath.
Right.
So I mean, you see the fix is in. You understand it? You understand it?
I just can't. We're living in a time, and it's not about a Republican Party. It's not about a Democrat Party or independent or MAGA. It's about the human party. It's about the moral party. It's about the what's right and what's wrong party. You know what I mean? It's not about that's not what can we do for you. It's about what we can do for each other for the betterment of this country. What's the best thing to do? You know what I mean? And we keep dealing with, if this was a Democratic president, we would hold them under the fucking damn hellfire too. There's no difference. There's not a Democratic Republican situation or a MAGA situation. It's a situation of who's right and who's wrong and what it means for the country. You know what I mean?
Wow.
The country is so divided that you got, when you look at the news, you got an Asian man that's killing a black kid over spring water, getting off. And you got a black kid that killed a kid over self-defense, and he's getting 35 years. And the country is divided with that. You know what I mean? The boy Rittenhouse killed 2 people, and they said that was self-defense. And he wasn't even supposed to be walking around with a gun. He came from another state and did that. And they let him off. In the United States, that's what we do. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is the bullshit that we're going through right now. You know what I mean? This is the bullshit we're going through right now. And the fact is, we still got 2 more years of this shit.
Well,
and we're praying that the midterms is going to do something. But I remember so vividly, I said, he's not going to be the president. And he became the president. And when he lost, I said, he's not going to be the president again. And he became the president. I don't trust the American public to vote. I don't trust none of them.
Oh, no.
I mean,
no. Well, yeah, they're going to lose the midterms. They can't win that. Because even though we want action immediately, there is a shift going on. There's definitely a shift. I mean, if you look at the polling, he's underwater on everything. He ain't above water on nothing. Like he's polling the worst of any president ever. Like nobody is even close. And not just in popularity, but for his policies. I think immigration is about the only thing he's above water with. As far as the economy, foreign policy and all that, like, he's sub-zero.
And let me tell you something. You know, when people like, I'm looking at this guy, what's that, Sir Pimpy 5569. I'm not going to read none of this shit. But when you see people so happy that he's still president, it is not, by no means, it is not because they think he's a great president. It's because they're making money off of that fucking that cryptocurrency shit.
Well,
there's nowhere in the world that you can sit back and be comfortable with this asshole.
Well,
one way.
It depends on what your ideology is.
True.
You know, if your ideology is in humanity, of course you're not going to be comfortable. But if your ideology is in division and discrimination, Trump is the best president that you could ever have. See, one thing about MAGA supporters that I don't even know if they know themselves, but they realize that you get what you pay for. So for the price of the division, the price of the discrimination, the price of the bigotry, the price of the racism, the price to just call somebody derogatory names based on their race and culture, they have to pay for that. So they're paying for it with high grocery prices. They're paying for it with high gas prices. They're paying for it with the American farmers, you know, being bankrupt. They're paying for it with credit card debt being higher than it has ever been. You know, like it's crazy. But they're paying for it. This is the cost of being able to say nigga and kike and wetback or what's the other word they like to use for Hispanics and Latinos and shit? Spick. Not spicks, right? Yeah. So that's the price. That's the price. They see their president doing it, and he said, "Well, look, yeah, I can empower y'all to do it. All we got, but the thing is, it's going to cost you. So they're getting what they pay for. The thing is, you and I got to pay the same price, and we didn't ask for the same product. No, right. No white supremacy in MAGA. That's right. No white supremacy. Yeah, I sure ain't no black supremacy. That's for motherfucking sure. So I guess it's just a wash. Because that cabinet is.
The thing is, yes, it is free. It is free speech when you use the word nigga and all that stuff. But there's also this such thing called a free ass whooping too.
Well, look,
you know what I
mean? The thing is, it is free speech. But like I said, if you're worried about humanity, you're not getting what you pay for. If it's bigotry, then you're getting what you pay for. I mean, you have to really think. First of all, people are leaving MAGA in droves. They are. You know what I mean? You may not think because it always looks like it's a catch-22 or whatever, but they are. A lot of 3-time Trump voters are like, nah, that's it. It's a wrap. Because they can't, I mean, you know, there's no, you know how they say there's no promotion like word of mouth promotion? Well, there's no better evidence that things aren't going well than when you can't afford it yourself. When you got to budget harder than you've ever budgeted in your life, then you can't rationalize that things are going well. Now you can rationalize that, okay, things are rough now, but they're going to get better. Well, when are they going to get better? How will they possibly get better? How? You got a president that constantly brings up the president, two presidents before him. It's just red meat for the base. You know, like, since he can't get anything together, he can't govern, he just throws out Barack Hussein Obama and trans. No trans in women's sports. Who the fuck cares about that right now? So you can't afford a leg of lamb like you used to be able to afford. You can't afford to fill up your RV or your SUV. But you worried about some fucking trans and women's sports? Yeah. Okay. Well,
like I mean, you know, like I said, me and you talking when we was talking earlier. You know, the other day when I was just chilling, I always think, every time I hear about immigration, you know, I think about this country. In this country, we've had forced immigration, which was slavery. And we've had immigrants that's came to this country, like Donald Trump's family. His great-great-grandfather came through this country. And he didn't start off with hotels. He started out with brothels. Yes, whorehouses. You know, and then you turn back around, and if you really want to know who made America great again, it's on the backs of immigrants that invented so much for this country that y'all stole. It took patents and said that I did it. I did this. No. Louis Latimer made the filament for the light bulb. Edison just woke up and said, I did it. He said, no, you didn't do it. I did it. He said, don't you say, boy? No. It's shit that you cannot make this shit up. That's why you want to get rid of the damn history books. Because it's not just about the history. It's about the innovativeness and everything that was done that was horrendous and that was great. We make America great again.
Look.
We want to carry this country. The White House that you're living in was built on the backs of slavery. Every monument that's in Washington was built on the backs of slavery. Free labor. So all this shit that he talks and everything that he spill out of his mouth and everything that MAGA say, you know, it's meaningless. The truth, in the words in the Bible, the truth is the light, and the truth shall set you free. Set me free, man. I mean,
this dude in the chat says, "Stop crying about the past." Okay, all right, because you know what, I agree. Stop crying about the past. Let's cry about the present. How much you paid for gas today, sir? This week? How much you pay? We can cry about that. What's your rent looking like? Or because I know you don't own a home. I can tell. I can tell by the shit you saying. How much is that? You know, yeah, we can hold on.
I'm sorry.
We can always ignore the past, but your president doesn't do that. Every time he gets a chance. Barack Hussein Obama. He's the only reason we know his middle name so well. He never says just Barack Obama. It's always Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? That's his little stick. His little shtick. Is Barack Hussein Obama. Have you heard of him? I know one thing. With Obama or with Biden, you didn't have to see this dickhead. You didn't have to see them on TV every day, all day. That didn't happen. And you didn't always have to keep your finger on the pulse of like what's going to happen today with the United States. That didn't happen either. And
I also know one more thing, son. When you sit back and you call somebody Sleepy Joe, this motherfucker takes naps and sleeps harder than any motherfucking body I know.
Right on camera.
Right on camera. He don't give a fuck.
Joe Biden never did no shit like that.
He
never did that.
I'm 56 years old, right? And I've been in politics. I've been knowing about politics since I was a kid. My grandmother was a committee woman in Philadelphia. So I've never in my life seen shit like this. I mean, this is a whole shit show, bro. I've never seen nobody just, you know what? In this meeting, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
And they still, and Fox is still finding ways to try to defend that. Talking about he's just,
what they say when he fall asleep, what they say?
He's not asleep. He's just blinking.
Hard ass blink.
Long blink 5 minutes.
He must got cinder block eyelashes. The motherfucker stay shut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, man. So he sleep to his heart content. How you go to one of the most prestigious stadiums in American history for one of the biggest games in New York history and fall asleep after you disrupted the rhythm of their game in their city? Even the raps was like, "What the fuck, Trump?"
Yeah.
I tell you, man, you can't make this shit up, bro.
I listen. I agree with the way things are going. I do. I agree with things are going because I know that it's finally trending in the right direction. I don't expect everybody to wake up at the same time or wake up in the same way. But when you see, and even Trump sees that he's really not unpopular. Now, I think that because he doesn't really give a shit about how anyone feels as long as they're talking about him, I think that he'll embrace the villain role pretty well. But he also has to consider what comes along with the villain role, because you're not going to be able to star in this play for very long. So let me see.
You know what type of law I want them to make.
Yeah,
I would like for Congress. There's two laws I want them to make. I would like for Congress to make a law that if your father is still alive and he still has open cases after he's president, and he should happen to pass away, that the oldest son has to take them charges now, because Trump, he's going to go to jail at some point, or there's going to be a threat of him going to jail once he leaves. But I don't think he's going to be around long enough to get them to be in jail.
He'll never go to jail.
I would like Donald Jr. to take them charges.
He's not going to go to jail, and Don Jr., none of them are going to. They're definitely not going to take the charges for what their father has done. But I'm not worried. Listen, Donald Trump is the head, but the citizens and MAGA are the body. So what I'm talking about is him being booed everywhere he goes lets me know that the body is starting to rot. And the body needs to rot in order to turn this thing around. Because it's not working. You can defend him all you want. What you can't say is that it's working. There isn't a policy that he has brought forth that's working. Tariffs, done. The war in Iran, not going well. We're not winning that. Now, I'm not saying that we won't win, but we're not winning. You notice that they stopped talking about Ukraine and Russia? You know why? Because Ukraine is fucking Russia up bad with the drones that they have gotten from other countries. They are fucking Russia up. It's not always what's being said or what's being shown that you have to that tells the story. Sometimes it's what's playing in the background. Sometimes you got to pull back the curtain and see what's going on backstage, and then you'll understand why the show is either good or it stinks. So when I say that Trump is the head, but MAGA is the body is starting to rot. You can't defend his shit anymore. You can love him and defend him, but you can't defend what he's doing. Sure, you can pretend to, but it's really just not working for you. Unless you make 6 figures or more, it's just not working for you. You know, I mean, talking about tax, I'm no tax on tips. Don't nobody fucking give a fuck about that shit. You're still not getting you're not making a decent wage. You haven't created any jobs. This is the first administration that lost jobs. Mad jobs have been lost since his administration has come back.
It's on their behalf. Because they fired a shitload of them.
Yeah, they fired a bunch of people, but the tariff thing was supposed to be all about wealth building and job creation. And that's done.
Listen,
that's done.
So do you hear him when he say, and I'm not trying to cut you off, I'm sorry. Do you hear, I just want to say something before I forget what I was going to say. Do you hear what he say when he talking about, well, I'm going to sign off on this medicine where you can get 5, 6, 7, 800, 1,000% off your medicine. So what you told me that I don't got to pay for my medicine at all. Matter of fact, they're going to pay me.
The motherfucker can't count. He's dumb. He's dumb as shit. And for the media and his handlers to let him get away with that shit, like, you can't, like you would actually be given the money for the product if it was 600% off. Like that's not the right math. So North Broom says, why don't you ever go off on the left and how fucked up they are? Well, if you've been listening consistently tonight, I've said how the left they have to take a lot of credit for Donald Trump, because he shouldn't have been able to be qualified. He shouldn't have qualified to be president anymore. They should have January 6th should have ended that. That should have been a nail in the coffin. He was already impeached twice. And then that, all in one administration, he should have never been able to run. So yeah, they have to take the brunt. But the thing is MAGA in the Senate and the House. So yeah, they got to get this work, sir. Is anything that you see going on bad here, it's them. It's them. There are no
MAGA out there. Call in. We do have a number you can call in on. Call us.
Well, he says Trump is doing what is right for his country, which is respectable as a leader. Why does any country want other countries mooching off of them? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but I think I asked you, or I either asked you or somebody else. First of all, mooching, what are you talking about? See, when you don't understand how politics work, Trump came into this administration this time, the 47th administration, talking about how other countries were ripping off the United States. They're not ripping you off, motherfucker. You got to make a deal. You know what I mean? Like, he obviously doesn't understand how trade works. He doesn't understand how it works. But here's some facts. The United States is not the superpower that it once was. We have too much debt and it's still mounting, and the American dollar is hardly worth anything anymore. and it's losing its value more and more every day. So, yeah. What do you mean? What is there not to understand? There were already tariffs on goods before. He raised the amount of tariffs, and then that started a trade war. And now the industries in the United States that would have gotten aid or would have been able to operate under the system before are unable to, because when we raise tariffs, other countries raise tariffs too, and the price of the tariffs, the cost of the tariffs came through the consumer, which is you and I, and there's no denying that.
And that's exactly why farmers are struggling, because
they are fucking done. They are bankrupt.
Yes.
China didn't buy any soybeans from the motherfuckers, and they are fucked. They are fuckity fucked. But that's what they get. I have zero sympathy for those dickheads. I have zero sympathy. That's what they get. Hey, this is the price of white supremacy. You want white supremacy? It costs a couple of dollars.
And they also in a judge, an American judge, said that the tariffs was against the law. So there are no more tariffs out there. Donald Trump, matter of fact, they had to pay companies back.
Oh, no, yeah.
Tariffs.
Wait a minute. He started off with Doge. Doge was a total failure. They cut off all of those agencies, gave the money to the billionaires, and not one case, not one arrest, arraignment, conviction of one case of fraud. Not one.
Son, that's not even half of it. You allow Elon Musk to put money into your damn campaign to buy your presidency, and then he recouped the money back through Doge and also firing everybody from Doge and doing the DEI situation. And then you turn back around, he recouped it by getting all those the money from when he wanted them deals with the government, he got him off the top.
Well, yeah, but the worst part about it is that he was able to get all of the heat off of him because he had a lot of violations or whatever in which he could have gotten there would have been legal action taken towards him, and he was able to dissipate all of that. So but the bottom line is it's a failed agency, and it failed in less than a year. And then you have tariffs which failed just a little bit over a year. So besides immigration, what is working? What did he promise that's actually working? I'm not gonna go back and forth with y'all. Listen, you love Trump, that's on you. I hate Trump, that's on me. But fuck all that. At the end of the day, with the exception of immigration, what has he done that he said he would do as far as benefiting the United States? Because I can't see it. Mainstream media has made Trump into the biggest villain. They all hate him so much. Oh, yeah? Well, I don't see him being the biggest villain when I watch Fox News.
I don't think mainstream media is what made Trump. Do you realize that when he first ran for president, he didn't have to he didn't use none of his money to run any ads or anything. All his everything came through mainstream media, free pub. Just like when he ran for president again.
First of all,
free publicity. He didn't pay for shit.
The mainstream media making you hate Trump thing is so weak because they are scared to death to say anything bad about Trump because he sues. And he gets settlements just because they don't want to go through the lengthy court proceeding. You know, so the mainstream media is not what makes people hate Trump. Trump's policies and his ways, his attitude, his actions, his petulant, childish ways. That's what makes people hate Trump. You don't need no fucking media because, like I said, Fox News, Newsmax, CNN now, all of these are mainstream networks. CBS, mainstream networks. They're not making you hate Trump. People hate Trump. First of all, not everybody liked Trump from the beginning. Let's not forget that. In 2016, it wasn't the mainstream media that made people hate Trump. First of all, he doesn't deliver on things that he promises. We're still waiting on that birth certificate, that birth certificate of Barack Obama, because he never produced that. We're still waiting on his 2-week plan for healthcare, because he never produced that.
We've been waiting on that since he was president before.
You'll be waiting on that shit like you waiting on Jesus. But Jesus will return before he comes up with. He promises things. He overpromises and underdelivers. But because he's fucking y'all over. You know, I mean, you are the toilet. He is the pisser and the shitter. And I mean, but y'all okay with that. Y'all are okay with that. The thing is, I just want to know how much money is putting in your pocket. I'm bitching because of the money that is taken out of my pocket. And I can prove that his policies are taking money out of my pocket. I want to see where he's putting money in his defenders' pockets.
I'm waiting for the $2,000 he said he was going to send out. I'm still waiting for that $2,000. I can use it.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Yeah. Know what I mean?
There's certain things he doesn't even bring up anymore. Oh, but hold on, Troy. Hold on, because fuck all of that. This goddamn war, where he obliterated the entire army. They have no army. They have no navy. They have no air defense. Well, how the fuck did they shoot those helicopters out? How did they get those helicopters down? He said they have no leadership. Well, who the fuck are you making deals with? Who are you making deals with? They have no leadership. You killed all of their leaders, right? You decimated all of you decimated their entire military. They have nothing. Yet they have the Straits of Hormuz blocked, and you can't unblock it. Well, they do pretty good for a decimated, obliterated army. And they still fighting. Why should terrorists have an army? Well, why should the United States act like terrorists?
Oh my God. I wish I hold on. I got to put my phone down and clap.
Everyone elected him? Everyone elected Trump? Everyone? Y'all talk like him, because he talks in absolutes like 100%, 100%. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? So somehow we're fighting a phantom army in a phantom country.
And what you did was you killed the old regime and gave it to his son, which is a younger regime that's worse than the old regime.
Well, see,
you were able to sit down and talk to some old school people that made sense. No, when you killed the father, you ain't do nothing but make the state even worse now. You killed the damn viper and let the core religion. What the fuck?
Well, listen, I'm just saying. See, the thing is, because Trump will always declare himself the winner in any situation, he's not credible for valid information. You just can't, I don't want to get into this whole thing because, these motherfuckers, they want to tell you that you have TDS if you say anything. Fuck all of that. We're not getting into all of that. One thing, I'm just going to give you some things that you can't deny about him. He will never admit defeat in any situation. I mean, even with golf, let him tell it. He never loses a golf outing, a golf tournament ever. Like
he won the Masters. He won the Masters 5 times.
I mean, shit. He got the green jacket, the U.S. Open, everything. He all he does is win, right? So going all the way back to 2024, when Kamala Harris wiped his ass, in that debate, he declared himself the winner. Bombed Iran last year and said that he totally obliterated their nuclear capability.
Yeah.
He obliterated so much that he had to go and do it again. This time he claimed that they were making a bomb and they were going to attack the United States. Now, how does he know that? I don't know, because all of the intelligence, international and domestic, said no, they don't. First of all, even before you bombed them in 2025, they were nowhere close to being able to have a nuclear bomb. But you definitely didn't knock out all of their nuclear capability. That didn't happen. But of course, he's going to say that it happened. So he's not credible. He's not credible. It's like when you find out that there's no Santa Claus and your parents are still like, yes, there really is a Santa Claus. There's a Santa Claus. I'm telling you, there's a Santa Claus. Like, yo, I saw y'all set up my presents last night. I watched y'all. I was on the steps. I stayed quiet, but I saw the whole thing. There was no red suit. I saw y'all put the cookies and the milk out and all of that shit. I saw Daddy, pissed off because there were too many parts for the bike for him to put up. I saw y'all. Kamala Harris was more unqualified than Biden. No, she wasn't. She was way more qualified than Trump. Trump is totally unqualified. And I don't give a fuck whether you agree with that or not. We're living in his underqualifications. We're living in it. He doesn't know how to govern. The motherfucker couldn't even keep casinos up. You think he could? You think he can run a country? Like what?
I've never met a president. I've never heard of a president that didn't need. Number one, he didn't know Puerto Rico was part of the United States. That's number one. Number two, when you sit back, I was looking at a YouTube thing when he was saying how presidents, when things happen in the country, people know how to console, how to show sympathy to people and console them when the things happen. Columbine, Bill Clinton, right? 9/11, George W. Bush. Fucking the Sandy up here, the kids getting murdered up in there, Sandy Hook. Barack Obama. Donald Trump, nothing in 2016, nothing now. No matter what happened, he cannot console anybody. He talked like he a mob boss.
Wait a minute. He consoles those January 6ers though. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
That's
my fault.
I don't see this motherfucker lament over anybody or show remorse or show any type of empathy or sympathy for anybody. But when he talks about those J6ers, he's like, oh my God, they were locked up for so long and they were so mistreated. And it's just terrible what happened to them. He don't talk like that about Melania. He don't talk about that. He don't talk like that way about Don Jr. or Eric or Ivanka or anybody. But those J6ers, those are his babies. And you got to consider why he wants them to get paid and why he wants to empower them. Because he's going to use them again. Anybody who thinks that he's not going to use them again, he wants to show them, listen, y'all are my real army. So I want y'all to know that I'll take care. The same way I pardoned y'all this time, I'm going to pardon you next time too. Don't worry. Ride on the motherfuckers. When it's time for me to leave the White House, demand that I stay. You wash my back, I'll wash yours. I will pay you again and again and again. This motherfucker is hell bent on dying in the White House, and he may, but he'll die through our prayers, not because not because of his actual governing, but yeah, there's a shift. There's a shift going on. A lot of people have jumped off the MAGA train. Now, they may have left crying and, it was like a family. It was like, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And they're not, like, when you lose a bitch like Marjorie Taylor Greene, like, God damn. Now, she's not credible because she protected those J6ers too. This bitch running around here like, yeah, I don't like Trump anymore. Don't you love me? I'm like, nah, ho. Fuck out of here. You fucking olive oil bitch. How olive oil used to try to play Popeye versus Bluto or Brutus. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. MGT ain't nothing but an olive oil. She's just a strong olive oil with a little bit more thickness.
Yeah, it took the threat of people threatening her child because she wanted the Epstein files to come out. It took people threatening her life and her child's life for her to shake the cobwebs out of her head. You know what I mean? I still remember her fiance at the time was the one that when Trump was having a meeting with the Ukrainian president, her fiance was the reporter that was asking him questions about his clothes and why he didn't have a suit on. That was her fiance acting like an asshole, like she was.
Well,
I wonder, and he's not even part of the damn news crew no more because of her.
It is what it is. She has ambitions. She wasn't content with just being a congresswoman. She wanted to be in the Senate, and he said no. And she like, oh, fuck that. You're telling me no. Nigga, I've been riding for you, and you shit on me like this? No. This look at this dickhead in the comments talking about some unk think he's a therapist. No, I think I'm a positive black man who don't give a fuck about that dumbass shit you talking about. You know what I mean? You should ask me what I think about your mom. Now listen, she got some nice titties, but that ass is garbage, and she need to wash. Let me tell you something, man. You know, in the United States and in Europe, we wipe our ass like with the toilet paper, but like people like Slime's mom, she needs to carry around a canteen like the American Indians used to do, the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans.
Something else about Slime Mom, son. The thing about Slime Mom is that when he was born, he came out with shit on him, and that's exactly why that's why he a piece of shit.
Look, I'm telling you, all I know is his mom need to wash her ass. She need to like literally wash her ass. She can't just wipe because the bitch stink. She stinks. She don't wash.
You got the tambourine. Can you make a song with the wash your ass?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
This for you,
dirty
Slime
bitches,
Time.
dirty bitches, dirty bitches, dirty bitches, dirty bitches. Yo, Slime, listen to this. Dirty bitches, I don't mean to talk about your mom, but she's far from a dime. As a matter of fact, she's like even far from a one. She's sub-zero, son. And you gotta listen to the things that I'm saying. I'm praying that she really gets better, but I know that the pussy would never be wetter than it was before. Yeah, I'm raising up the score. Now I ain't never gonna again touch that whore. Not no more, cause she made my dick sore. And I had to go get it taken care of. Oh, what the hell? It's like the war of the worlds, the war of the hearts. Yo, I'm playing my part. And from the start, do you understand what I'm saying? Yo, she had me praying to the Lord. Yo, she's so sticky. She is so funky. Let me tell you something. Yo, my dad wanted to get with your mom. He like turned her over to me and said, yo, son, do her. Yo, you gotta screw her just to be up in the club. I said, fuck it, duh. I said, I ain't trying to fuck that stank ass bitch. Yo, she said, got a couple of dollars, nigga. She make you rich. I said, look, yo, some things are bigger than money. I couldn't fuck with that bitch. She had a bad wig and she looked funny and she smelled like hell. Kind of like Donald Trump. She was MAGA, I could tell. Your shit is bad up out here, son. Yo, I'm not the two, and I'm definitely not the one. Yo, Slime Mom is nasty. Slime Mom is nasty. Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch. Niggas watch out, she make your dick itch. Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch. Nasty bitch, nasty bitch. You gotta wear like steel-based rubbers because the regular ones, you put you down under, kid. You gonna be 6 feet. But before you be sick as hell, yo, come on, you can't compete. They said I had to sign me an NDA just for fucking that bitch. I said, hell, no way. I'm going to warn all of the babies. Don't get with that bitch. I'm telling you, the hoe is crazy. All right. Okay.
No, I'd like to thank you for giving me such a positive influence on that song right there for Slime. Slime, that's for your mom.
That's for your mother. You know, she'll always be your mother. She's a nasty girl.
Slime, that's for your mom. Me and my brother, we had a good time. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, she's not fine like wine, and her ass is not big. It's slime.
Oh man, fuck these niggas, son. Fuck is they talking about? Hold on. Speaking of what they
please go get some.
You know, hold on. Let me get this. Damn. Oh shit. Is there any way I can turn this shit up? Hold on. No, the only way. Oh, you know what I can do? If I take you off Bluetooth for a minute. Hold on. If I take you off Bluetooth for a minute, hold on. All right, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, huh. Here we go. Hold on. Yo, mom is nasty. Hold on. You fucking up my flow. Hold up. This is this nasty bitch instrumental. I ain't even gonna rhyme.
Nasty bitch. Go
All right, we good. All right, we done bombed on these motherfuckers enough, man. You know what I mean? We done bomb on these silly ass niggas. It's all these silly ass niggas. Like, all right, let me get back to this. Let me get back to the old. All right, you back to life. Back to life. Back to the toilet bowl. All right. Okay. Look, this dickhead. He said, and we know that dick don't work. Oh, he's gay. Oh, he's gay. He's speaking on another man's anatomy as if he would know.
I guarantee you that's North boyfriend.
Damn.
I can believe that North.
Now I understand. That's messed up when you MAGA and you're gay. It's so common. Okay, all right, I understand. You're not out of the closet yet. Okay, all right, cool. He's no out of the closet. He no out of the closet, man. But that's all right. Listen, you're gonna find the boy of your dreams one day. You won't find him here, but one day you're gonna find yourself a Chico that you could really, really sink your teeth into.
Not a Chico.
He gonna find himself a Chico, you know what I mean? A little muchacho. You gonna huggy, kissy.
You gonna find the man.
He gonna huggy, kissy, lovey.
Oh my God.
Calling down the gays. Damn, bro, got nothing. I mean, hey, he said he knows my dick don't work. Now, see, I've talked about his mom because I can speak on his mom. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I mean, like I said, a titty soft, she ain't got no ass, but I mean, her ass stink. That's all. Like, I'd rather just hold hands with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, tell you what, we can, listen, here are the things I like to do with your mom. Like, she pretty good at Uno and spades. You know what I'm saying? So she could be my partner, and I'm glad she's my partner because she across from the table. So I can't smell her as well then. I tell her not to wear no dress. Make sure she wear a pair of pants and shit because it can lock in the funk a little bit. And then we play Operation because she got a steady hand. We play Operation and shit. You should see how this bitch be getting the bread basket out. She's something else. She's something else. Yeah, she's pretty good at Sorry and Trouble and Connect Four.
When we tell you why she good at Sorry and Trouble, because she's always in both of them. She's a sorry ass trouble bitch.
I'm just saying, she's good at board games. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, listen, I like you. I just don't want, I tried to tell her, listen, I don't want to have sex until marriage. Hopefully she'll marry Jesus first. Like, no. We ain't gotta do nothing. I respect you too much. I can smell that bitch like coke.
You would rather do coke.
They in the chat saying I'm old and immature and all of that. So you mean I'm like Trump? Oh, I'm like Trump. Look, I got him. Vote for me. Son, 2028. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. Ah, man. I'm just saying. Nah, I ain't leaving nobody mom out of shit. Nah, Malu. They fuck with me, I fuck with you back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go. You know what I'm saying? Look, see, they have the advantage of being able to see me. I can't see them. So since I can't see them, I can't speak on their anatomy. But I can talk about their mom. I can't see her either. So I talk about any of them phantom bitches. But nah, you come here, you know what I mean? You want to be disruptive, you want to talk shit, I got something for you. Now, if they can't take it, that's on them. But remember, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I can't see you. I can't see your face. I can't see. See, Malu, you have a picture up. Yeah, obviously, you have nothing to hide. Carla, nothing to hide. TK Wright, nothing to hide. But when you hide behind, other pictures, like, yeah, I know what that talking to the invisible man shit is all about. I know what that shit is about. Like, yeah, you can say whatever you want as long as a motherfucker can't see you, because that limits his or her ability to be able to clap at for you to be able to clap at him. So I do it my own way. He said 55 years and your beard don't even connect. Where's the disconnect at? Shit, I shaped my shit up today. Oh, you mean like here? Nah, I would never do that. That's a look for somebody else. I don't do that. Nah, I cut my shit. My shit. But see, I'm 55, but I'm fly. You know what I mean? I ain't like your dad. Your dad, he wear your mom clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I be like, this nigga. I mean, we can't go nowhere without him taking selfies and shit, fixing his makeup and shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, come on, man. I mean, look, you're gay. Okay, I get that. But you ain't gotta be a diva. You know what I mean? You can be like, can't you be like Don Lemon or somebody? Oh, man. MAGA. Fuck all y'all. I mean, each and every one of y'all with a long one. The broom handle. He said, I just figured it out. Midlife crisis. This is the proof. I pray to God I'm not acting this way when I'm 55. Well, how does your man act and he's 79? He'll be 80 next week. How does he act?
And that's what I don't understand. I want the MAGA universe to understand this one word: accountability. Live on it. Live on accountability. Man. Now, I don't understand. How is it? Let me just say something real quick, son. How is it in MAGA? You hold your kids accountable. You hold your husband accountable. Your wife hold you accountable. But y'all can't even hold this motherfucker accountable for nothing wrong. Y'all steady let them teabag y'all. Steady teabagging y'all.
Yeah.
I don't catch. It doesn't get. I don't get it. You saying how you? I want anybody right here that's from MAGA right now. Tell me, what has he done wrong? Because you can't brag on things that he's done right if you can't tell me what he's done wrong, because he's done a lot wrong. He's done nothing right. And even if you want to say immigration, he still hasn't done that right, because ICE didn't do it right. They were locking up people. They still got people locked up that shouldn't be locked up.
Mm.
So don't sit on the chat and talk about, well, we're lefties. No, we're not lefties, or we're not righties. We're people. We're part of the human. I'm a human crab. I'm not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican, because if anybody, a Democrat, an independent, or a Republican does what this motherfucker do, I will hold them accountable. And I will speak up to it. Speak up to it. Don't look at this. What y'all do is y'all look at Democrats and Republicans as football teams. Like the Republicans up 47-0 because he's the 47th president. No, this is not no sports. This is our life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. Stop saying that he's our president. No, he's not our president because he doesn't fit the bill of being a president. He doesn't conduct himself as a president. And when y'all learn that and y'all have an understanding of that, then y'all can sit back and hold them accountable. But until then, stop letting them teabag y'all, bro.
They locked in. They are locked in. So it ain't no stopping this. You know what I mean? There's no stopping this. You know, you kind of have to know who you're talking to and who you're dealing with when it comes to certain things. Like this is beyond logic. So you're not going to be able to use logic in order to turn them around. They're going to believe what they want to believe, and they're going to hold on to this thing. So the thing is, they have to pay the same prices that we have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, they'll act like they're okay with it, and we like, nah, man, fuck this shit. You know, and then the whataboutism kicks in.
Mm-hmm. One thing about it, I love when people talk shit, right? And then they go out the door and somebody smack the shit out of them, or somebody, get up in their face and stuff, and then they gotta humble themselves and bite their tongue. So North Brum or North Bryan, whatever your name is, when you go out the door and somebody snap on you or smack the shit out of you, always remember the shit you said on here.
This motherfucker, hold on. This motherfucker in the chat said Trump did more for black people than Obama. But at least he put LOL at the end of it. Like,
yeah, he had to laugh at it.
That is definitely LOL worthy.
Yeah, he should have put about 10 L's, L and then 10 O's, and then an L after that bullshit.
Look, and then this dude, he says y'all always resort to violence.
No, I'm not resorting to violence.
Well, hold on. First of all, like there's some things that don't require a response. Like, that's the stupidest shit. Like, look at your people historically. How dare you even bring up violence? The Future Act, motherfucker. The Future Act. I see you're talking about those fucking HBCUs. You do realize that other people can go to HBCUs besides black people, right? And they get scholarships for them, right? And you do realize that Biden gave HBCUs, first of all, Obama did, but he gave them the money now. And Biden gave them even more money. And then Trump, he spread the money over like 50 years, 20 years, some old crazy shit. Like, so it sounds like more money, but it ain't going to help them until like 20 years down the line. The Future Act. If you don't go somewhere with that dumbass shit, go ahead with that dumbass shit, dog. Yeah, if he really did something for black people that was undisputable, this motherfucker would be yelling that shit to the mountaintops. I'll tell you what he did do for black people. He reduced the Civil Rights Act back to the Jim Crow days.
Yes, he did.
So, okay, all right, did 4, 2, okay, he did that to black people, not 4. All right, but anyway, let's get to this. Let's get to the poll question. Then what happened to the poll question? Damn. Did I dead the poll question?
No, you didn't. I seen it.
Do you see it now? Okay, wait a minute. Let me refresh my page. Because I'm like, oh, the fuck. Hold on. It's on my device, but it's not. Hold on. Let me refresh the page. Okay, there it goes. That shit was lost in the sauce. All right, the poll question says, is MAGA over? Has its luster worn off? 41% of 54 votes said it's still here, but it's over. Okay. 28% said it's still as strong as ever. 19% said left-wing media wants it to be over. And 13% said they won't make it past the midterms. Interesting poll. Well, out of 54 people, it's a very small sample of the opinions of MAGA. But I know for a fact that it's not as strong as it was. I think that if presidential elections were made today, I don't think Trump would win. However, I don't think that we have some Democratic candidates like maybe Gavin Newsom. I'm not 100% sold on him. I like him, but you know what I mean? Like, all these candidates have some shit with them. And I don't want to be voting for somebody just because, you know what I mean? I want to make sure that we get a good candidate in there next time. But really, I just want Trump out of there. And I really do. Like, it was one thing in 2016. It was another thing in 2020. It was a hell of a thing in 2024. But 2028, I know this motherfucker is going to try to pull a jack move. And hopefully, before even any of that becomes an issue, we can get him the fuck on up out of here. Look, Troy, I want to thank you for coming through, my dude. You already know.
Day, man. This is what we do. Love everybody. You know what I mean? Even the idiots in the chat, the idiots in the family in the chat. We always, you always want to have the black sheep of the family, and that's what we call MAGA up in here. You know what I mean? He the black sheep. You know what I mean? But we know who the family is in the chat. Y'all be safe, be blessed.
I want to hold on. I want to say that the motherfuckers not my family. I say they the black sheep of the neighbors. They not my family. I'm not claiming them. Everybody can't be family. Not fuck out of here.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that, man. I agree. I agree.
You know what I mean? That'd be like calling roaches family. No roaches, no rodents, no mice. No.
You're absolutely correct on that. My apologies. Well, much love to everybody. You know, man. I'm gonna holler at you later, bro.
All right, man.
All right.
All right. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 9th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Jamila Harris, and also Karima Yelverton, Teresa Williams, Melissa Johnson, Thomas Crawford, Jamaica Bryson, Coolest Keisha, Joanne Taylor, and last but not least, Al Hooper. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I want to, man, you know what? I meant to ask Troy something when he was on the line. I lost a good friend today, a good friend that I went to high school with. And when I tell you I'm feeling some kind of way about that shit, because I was scrolling on social media and I saw somebody give her a rest in peace shout out. It was on my high school group page, the Franklin Learning Center FLC page, and it said, rest in peace, Celestine Bunny Ray. And I thought it was Celeste saying rest in peace to her friend. And it was her friend saying rest in peace to Bunny. And when I tell you that shit fucked me up, I was like, you gotta be kidding. Well, even though it's not her birthday, I want to dedicate the good, congenial parts of this show to Celestine Bunny Ray, because that was my homie. It really was. She was good. She was good people, and I miss her already, and I'm going to miss her. But as we get birthday shout outs, sometimes we have to remember that, you know, there are just as many rest in peace shout outs as they are happy birthday shout outs. So as we celebrate our solar return and, you know, the beginning of life and the birth of life, we also have to always prepare ourselves to say goodbye to those who we love, care about, and yeah, rest in peace, Bunny. So let me see. So yeah, all right, y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all come through. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. And just remember, if you're MAGA, you're not my brother, you're not my sister, you're not related to me, you're not my neighbor, you're not somebody I give a fuck about, you're not somebody I care for, you're not somebody I'm concerned about, you're not somebody that I like, you're not somebody that I think is okay, you're not somebody that, you know, I could tolerate, you're not somebody that I think should be on this earth. You are somebody I wish I could add to the rest in peace category. But I gotta deal with your bitch ass now. I said, but I gotta deal with your bitch ass now. I said, but I gotta deal with your bitch ass now. And sometimes I wake up in the morning, ask myself how. I said, but I gotta deal with your bitch ass now. I said, yeah, but I gotta deal with your bitch ass now. I said, but I gotta deal with your bitch ass now. Wake up in my morning and ask myself how. Yo, why now? How now, brown cow? Gotta get these motherfuckers out of my face right now. And I gotta get them out of the office because this shit used to be hard, but now it's the softest place on earth. And for what it's worth, yo, get off my turf, guy. I need to get the fuck up out of this shit. Straight from birth. And it's getting whacker and it's getting older, and I'm trying to brush them off like dust a ball up on my shoulder. And it's getting colder, kind of like the winter, but it's like the beginning of summer. It's about to take me under another 2 years of this bullshit. As a matter of fact, we got 3.5. What's that? Yo, it's getting bad. It's making me sad. And then sometimes I think about MAGA and it makes me mad. Mothers against drug driving. I need them motherfuckers to get on some internet shit and start unaliving. Somebody take them out. They gonna unmonetize this shit. Fuck is that shit all about? MAGA, I hate you. And I know hate is a strong word, but I gives two fuck about all y'all motherfuckers. That's like stats for nerds. Oh, bitch ass nigga. Sick of y'all motherfuckers. Like I said, man, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all right back to life. I'll back at y'all, man. Peace. God damn it.